Evan, we do not tell children that they need to maintain. Children do not need to maintain.
That's right.
They're on their sugar high. They were on their butterbeer moment.
Greetings, my friends. This is the brain. Yes, of TV's Pinky and the Brain. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel, who will help me to take over the world. Yes.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. In this episode, we present part 3 of Rachel's epic day at Universal Epic Universe. And look, this isn't your typical polished practice Pixie Does a Disney podcast. No way.
No.
We are not on Walt Disney World property every day, letting you know that Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room and Adventureland Companion Restroom has been closed for refurbishment at the Disneyland Park.
Oh, but that's okay, Kev, because we're going to be here to drink, talk some epic universe Harry Potter, and let you know that we never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and hurt you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you just rickroll us, Danny? What the hell?
I just rickrolled y'all with Neville Longbottom. That just happened.
Shake your pink.
Hey, look, in the history of the show, we've never rickrolled you guys. So we're overdue.
Neville.
That
We've
needs to
never done
happen.
that.
And the people that are listening right there, hey, you listeners have the easy parts. You guys and girls, all you guys have to do is listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
That's right. Lenore is somewhere laughing. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And once again, we have a special guest on the show. Special guest. Who are you?
He's got a full mouth. He's eating salad right
Say it.
now.
Say it.
Dino Nuggets.
Say it with your mouth. Say it with all dino nuggets in your mouth.
Yep, I'm Josh, and I'm eating the ultimate, I'm exhausted parent dinner of frozen dino nuggies on a salad that I made 2 days ago.
That is healthy as
That
That's all I'm
is
gonna
the
say.
roughest
respect.
set of terms for a dinner I've ever
Damn
heard.
straight. Dino nuggets.
I'm a dead survivor.
Dino nuggets are the best.
For the record, it's 8:30 at night here, and we've been recording for the past 4 hours and haven't had dinner.
Well,
Marathon.
if you-
Why couldn't y'all have had a more boring trip? Then we wouldn't have had to have done this long.
You
I
run
know.
marathons longer than this, sir.
That's right.
We got video footage of that.
You have video footage of a 30-second race between me and Lee.
It's the best footage ever.
We do have video of that race, by the way.
We have
Yeah, we do.
pictures,
That's on the
yes.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, definitely follow us on YouTube. Look, if you're thinking about visiting the Universal Orlando Resort, Rachel can help you book that, or even a Disney vacation. Booking with Rachel is one of the easiest ways to support us. Also, you can leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and wherever you access the show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. Also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters for all that they do for us. And so look, we ain't got no jibber jabber. This is part 3 of our Universal Epic Universe discussion. We have so many questions, so we ain't got time for jibber jabber.
Yep.
So let's go hear the rest of the story of Rachel's preview at Universal Epic Universe. Welcome to the Hub, the big topic segment of our show. And as I mentioned in the intro, we are continuing and finalizing our discussion of Rachel's first experience in Universal's Epic Universe. Look, they only experienced it for one day, but this is the newest park to open since 1999, and there's so much to talk about. And you guys know that we're going in the beginning of June, so you happen to be down there, we'd love to meet up with you. It'd be great. But yeah, as part of the travel agency preview period. Is that what they call it, Rachel? It's for travel agents, right?
It was just previews in general. So the people that could go were travel agents, annual pass holders, Visa card holders, like not all Visa. You had to have like a universal Visa card, and then resort guests, universal resort guests.
Oh, and so look, yeah, they had the opportunity to visit Universal's Epic Universe before any of us had a chance to go in. We are going in the beginning of June. So look, I am extremely excited to hear about it. And we're going to continue to have a lot of questions. Make sure you listen to our past previous shows.
Yes.
575. It sounds like 576. And there's going to be so much stuff. I don't know.
It's an epic show. There's a lot to take in.
There is.
This is our first time. This is like landing on America.
Yes.
Worth another reminder, we are going to cover full spoilers. So if you do not want to know about Epic Universe, this isn't the show for you, and neither were the last two. So definitely wait until you've seen Epic Universe before listening, unless you're fine with spoilers. I'm always fine.
I'm great with spoilers.
I'm good with spoilers.
I know. I just said fine, which is like okay and fine at the same time. But I am. I'm always fine with spoilers. Fine.
Fine.
I'm fine
This
with
is great.
spoilers.
And so look, listeners, we're giving you a chance to hit pause and stop before we hit the spoiler button, and I'm about to hit it right now. Spoilers! All right, Rachel, I'm turning it over to you. We got a couple of lands left, plus a bunch of questions about Universal Epic Universe from your one-day trip.
Yes.
I still can't believe this is one day.
Yeah, it's still one day. And look, it's a previous show. We talked about Dark Universe on that second episode. And before that, we talked about Super Nintendo World and driving and parking. So where are we going for this trip, Rachel?
So this time, the next stop was the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic.
Ah, yes. They got two other Harry Potter properties in the other parks. So this is the third one that they're opening.
This is the one that Rachel was most looking forward to.
Oh, for sure.
She will down that hill.
This is your favorite, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So this was the one I was most looking forward to. It did not disappoint me. So that was great.
You got a Gen 2 wand, yeah?
We did get a Generation 2 wand and we did use it in the land. We did not do any of the adventures that were specific to this land because I just didn't feel like we had time to like do a whole adventure. They took a little bit of time.
Adventures?
Yeah, with the Generation 2 wand. So I explained it in like 2 episodes ago. We talked about our experience in the older parks, but you do like extra spells and it's kind of like
there's a Dementor challenge.
Yeah, kind of like the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom a little bit, where there's like a mission that you complete. And it takes, probably 10, 15 minutes to do an adventure. And so we just didn't want to devote that amount of time at this point. But yeah, so we didn't do a full adventure, but we did do spells around the land, and that was cool. They had them just like the other lands. Theirs were more themed to the Fantastic Beasts. So a lot of the spells like revealed a beast or made a creature interact with you or something like that. Most of the spells were Fantastic Beast themed. A lot of this land is Fantastic Beast themed. So as you walk into the portal, the first thing you see are the wands of Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Voldemort on one side. And then on the other side of the portal, you'll see the wands from the Fantastic Beasts characters. And then it's the Elder Wand, which Dumbledore has in a lot of the movies, which is like a lightning rod that goes way up, from the top of the portal.
So this is while you're walking through the portal, because I know
this is as you're walking in.
Harry, and Hermione and what the hell is it?
Ron.
Oh, Ron. Yes, Ron. I was about to say Larry. No.
Larry. I thought it was Shemp.
Yeah. But that's like after Fantastic Beasts. So, okay.
Right. So I think in the portal is really the whole land is about combining the Harry Potter movies with the Fantastic Beasts property. We've talked about this at length. It was my one complaint going into Epic Universe, and it remains a problem. This land wanted to look like the Fantastic Beast movies, but then it wanted to rely on the Harry Potter storytelling because that's a better story.
Which is in the other two parks. Which
Yes.
So did you feel the time discrepancy? Like I've heard you vent about that.
Yeah. It was kind of, so you walk into the portal and you hear the time turner going. So the idea is that the time turner is going while you are walking into the portal, and it's bringing you back to 1920s France.
Oh, so you hit 88 miles per hour and you went back in time.
No, this is more like Quantum Leap.
Yeah. So you get in, and it initially looks a lot like what I know France to look like from pictures. I've not been to France, and then you turn a corner and then you're into the Fantastic Beasts movie.
Oh, okay.
It looks just like it. They did an incredible job. The thing I think stands out the most about that land is that everything is like bigger. So if you think about Diagon Alley, they use forced perspective to make that look like a large space, right? This doesn't use forced perspective. It's actually 4-story buildings.
Oh, wow.
It's
That's
huge.
cool.
The whole land is huge.
That is magnificent.
Yeah, it really is. It was really impressive. It's not forced perspective. It's just actually that big.
I like that because when you walk through the portal and you can't see anything else outside of that.
Right.
Other
Yeah.
than
The
the buildings.
sight lines here are great.
Okay, good.
So you really feel immersed in the city. It's incredible. And so you walk through, it's France, it's Fantastic Beasts. They have the interactive windows going, all the shops when you first get in. And then on the left-hand side is that quick service that has the quiche Lorraine and the butterbeer crepe, and all of that is on your left as you walk in. And they have these cafe tables on the street so that you can sit and people watch while you eat your stuff. And that was really cool. Very French, looks great. They had so much live music going on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
There's like
Okay.
a circus tent, but then there's also this great trio of live music performers. There's walk around characters that are students, walk around characters that are looking for magical creatures.
Horrors? You ran into horrors any? I've
Yeah,
seen
we
videos
did not
of
run
that.
into any horrors, but they do have them out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So all of that was really cool. You know, Josh and I, and we had just come from the Burning Blade Tavern.
Sure.
And we walked into the Harry Potter world. And so our first thought was, where is the bar moonshine? And so we walked straight to the bar moonshine, and it was easy to find. And so
Was
we
it
went in-
easy? You were able to go into the land?
You go in towards the back and then hang a right, and there it is. It was easier to find than the Burning Blade Tavern, actually. So we went straight there and we got some drinks. And so the drinks that we got, first of all, this, like Burning Blade Tavern, is a kind of a bar where you can get anything you want.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is also themed to all the American magical Quidditch teams. So they have like pennants and like theming of like sports teams that would be American Quidditch teams.
Did you take note of any?
There's like one for every state. They have like different pennants for every state.
So like a sports bar.
Yeah, kind of like a
yeah.
sports bar, like a
Interesting.
French sports bar.
Like a sports boy if you didn't know what the sport was.
The Louisiana Saints have never won a pennant
Something like that.
in Quidditch.
But
Yeah.
they're Quidditch.
But
Yeah.
like ice hockey.
Drunk Cajuns can't stay on no broom.
Yeah.
yeah.
They were falling off the broom. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
that's an interesting take. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's supposed to be like an American bar inside
Paris,
a French.
yeah.
Yeah, in Paris.
Oh, okay. So how were the drinks?
The drinks at Bar Moonshine were A+. So the first
Best bar thus far?
Oh, yeah, wait, that beats Tia.
I think the best drinks. Nothing beats Tia. Tia was the best, but the drinks themselves I thought were better at Bar Moonshine.
Okay.
So we actually went twice.
Were they pre-made or were they handmade?
They were handmade here.
Okay,
Oh,
now we're
that
talking.
makes a big
All right.
difference.
So
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
So the first round I got the Fleur 75 and Josh got the Lobe Blaster. The Fleur 75 is London dry gin, elderflower liqueur, sparkling wine, lemon juice, simple syrup, and a lemon spiral.
Which, if
Okay.
you listen
Right.
to previous shows, sounds like our French,
French
75 with
right.
elderberry syrup,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Which is
typical.
very nice,
It's
sparkly.
a very good drink.
Very
It's very
refreshing.
clean. It's very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
very nice.
And then the low blaster.
Yeah, low blaster is a little bit more
Punchy, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So this says a potent mix of moonshine, limoncello, absinthe, lemon juice, club soda, and simple syrup, garnished with a rosemary sprig and layered with an emulsion vert.
So that's why Josh got it for the absinthe, right?
I love absinthe. Any excuse I have to put absinthe in it. I don't drink straight absinthe unless I'm
was gonna
mixing
say,
and then
You should.
No, he should not.
No, I think you should.
He will see epic animals himself.
When I'm bartender and I have to coat glasses in absinthe, then I'll shoot the absinthe fine. But I don't make a habit of drinking absinthe. But
Yeah.
if I can get a cocktail that has absinthe in it, I really love the flavor. It's like that anise, almost licorice kind of flavor that it adds to your drink. It's fantastic. I love it.
We thought both were great, but the Lobe Blaster was the winner. That one was the best.
Really?
And I'm not even like the same sort of absinthe fan or whatever, but it was so good. Neither of them were super sweet. They were very well done.
Oh, wow. I like to hear that. Well, that's the thing. I'm not into super sweet anymore, so that's really great to hear.
Yeah.
And they're strong, right?
Yeah.
They don't chintz on the liquor.
No.
Okay.
Good.
No,
good.
very strong.
So it's definitely worth the money for sure.
So both were great. We got the kids butter beers as well. And so we all just sort of enjoyed drinks in the street there, and the kids did spells, and that was a really nice time. And then it was time to go to the Battle at the Ministry ride.
Because you had gotten a virtual queue a couple of shows ago. Yes.
Yes. I had gotten the virtual queue earlier that day. And so we got to go in. You can go in and experience the atrium area that you've probably seen pictures of, that ministry, like with all the green tile and the big statues.
Yeah.
You can go see that even without a virtual queue.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. So you can go experience that part either way. But then if you want to get in line for the ride, you have to have a virtual queue.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. That's never conveyed in the videos that you see.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
no. We got in line. We did the Metro Flu, which is the big flu grates that you see and people walk through and it lights up green.
The green light, all that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was really
Looks
cool. I think we
amazing.
talked about a couple of shows ago that it is more cool to watch other people do it than it is to do it yourself. So that was like a little bit of a bummer. Although I would say, like, if I were 3 adults, I might just tell them all that I was a party of one so that they let you each go through separately, because like it would work for the first person, but then everybody else was just like kind of behind, like it
They got
didn't
the
really,
residuals,
yeah. But if you each went in like on your own, I think it might be better.
I could see that.
I could see that. Yeah, absolutely.
So we go through that. You get into the atrium. It is like take your breath away. Awesome. We've also had 2 pretty strong cocktails at this point. So I was like in a real like euphoric space when we got into here.
As you should be.
You were doing good.
was
That's
really
what
good.
moonshine
Y'all were
does.
doing great.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was great. And
Yes.
like, I remember saying to the kids, like, guys, we are some of the first like thousands of people that are even in this park. And then of those people, only hundreds get to experience this attraction every
like
day.
it.
And you are one of them.
That is called self-realization.
I thought you were
And
gonna
that
say-
is the power.
I thought you were going to say, guys, we got to maintain.
No, she's like, do you understand the level we're on right now? Do you understand?
You don't
we are
understand.
conquering right now.
We got to
Like
maintain,
that.
guys.
I like that. Moonshine will do that.
Evan, we do not tell children that they need to maintain.
Okay,
Children
good.
do not need to maintain.
That's right.
They're on their sugar high. They were on their butterbeer moment. But yeah, so it was like pretty cool to be in there. And then, but you're in this atrium with a bunch of people that don't have virtual queues. And you're like, excuse me, I need to get up to the line because I'm going to ride the ride.
Oh,
And
they
like, all these
didn't.
other people don't have them. They're just in there to look at it.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's their problem. They ain't y'all.
Should have booked with Rachel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I wish I could. So I actually can't get anybody a virtual queue. You have to. It geolocates you.
Oh,
You can't
So
slide
you
in a
have to
card
do
or
it.
something, Rachel. Like, Paul,
Yeah.
look, I could hook
No,
you
you
up.
have
But
to have a device that's in Universal Epic Universe in order to get the virtual queue.
hey, they're
So we
precise.
got to do it. We got to do it
bro.
ourselves.
There's no
Precise.
AI Rachel that can book it. Like, no.
Not that I know of. No.
Damn.
Like a-
When y'all go in June, y'all are on your own.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
damn.
Come on, we gotta get some back.
we got this. We got this.
We got some back.
It'll be good. I'll send you videos. I can send you videos
Yes.
of how I.
Yes, please.
I'm not gonna lie. The night before we went to Epic Universe, what was there? A half an hour that she was like crash coursing us on. Okay, this is what we do for the virtual queues. This is how you do it. This is where. Literally a half an hour of crash course the night before we went to the.
She was like boot camping.
She's like back to
love
school in them.
I love it.
But you know what? It paid off because we got the virtual queue and we got to ride the rides.
That's
Damn,
right. That's
that's
how
great.
Rachel works.
Rachel's a
Rachel's like, luck is for losers.
Recognize.
You need to make your own magic.
That's right. That's tough. I like it.
So we pumped right into the regular queue to actually wait for the ride, and it brings you through the ministry, and it's so cool. Like you go through different departments of the ministry. They have, wanted posters for different Death Eaters on the walls that move.
Okay.
You go through the locker room of the Aurors, and you see like Harry's locker and Ron's locker and Neville Longbottom's locker.
Oh,
And they have like all kinds of Easter eggs in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then they have this interactive map of the ministry that shows you like how people are moving around the ministry, and has like other Easter eggs in this like animated map.
question real quick. So, do they give you just one opportunity to get a virtual queue, or do you get a couple?
You get a couple. So it's 11, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
But
more
if
than
you already
Disney,
have
yeah.
one, you can't get another one while you hold one.
gotcha.
That's fair. Okay.
Fair enough.
I have also seen people reporting that they have checked at random points throughout the day, and there's no logic behind this, that they just will randomly check and virtual queue is open.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
like maybe somebody canceled one, and so they're
So-
available now.
So the schedule drops are the times that Rachel mentioned, but it's worth, like, if you're just sitting in line, not doing anything, you might as well pull out your phone and just check, because I have seen from multiple people that are, because my feed is just loaded with reviews of Epic Universe now because I was just there, and there's multiple accounts of people saying I just checked at a random time and the virtual queue happened to be available.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
if you're not doing anything and you want to just pull out your phone and check.
Otherwise, 11, 3, and 6.
yeah.
Cool.
We go through different stages of the ministry. The tiles actually change color as you're getting closer to the ride. So it starts green, and then it becomes purple for the Aurors, and then it becomes pink for Dolores Umbridge's office. And so you go into her office, and they have this really incredible house elf animatronic that talks to you. The animatronic's name is Higgledy, and she tells you a little bit of a story about all the bad things that her boss has been up to, and how she's trying to keep things clean and tidy, but it's been difficult. And so that's so cool. If you remember, Dolores Umbridge loves cats, and so she has plates
The cat
on the
plates?
wall that have cats.
Cat plates
and
all
the
over the
cats
wall.
like move
Yes.
around in the plates. And
Perfect.
Like, can I pause? Like, Higgledy is the least disheveled house elf I have ever seen. Like, this is a
she looks put
clean,
together, yeah.
polished, well put together house elf. We're not talking dirty, shaggy, raggedy at all. Like,
You'd want her as that house elf.
this is a house elf that has her stuff put together.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, right on.
So now, time frame here, just real quick, time frame. What are we talking about? What time?
to get to
know.
Higgledy?
yeah.
And
What's
like, how long-
no, like
what time period?
Time period are we talking about?
Oh, I
as
see what
it-
you're asking.
It's shortly after the end of the Deathly Hallows, right? Because
I
would
Dolores
think.
Umbridge has been
Yeah.
arrested.
It's like
for
early
her-
2000s.
Which is strange because the whole, like, that whole world is
20s.
Is Fantastic
20s
Beasts,
France.
yeah, which
Right.
is before all
So
that.
there's
So
a
now
little
you're
bit of a
in 2000s.
there's a
Great
time
Britain.
travel element that I didn't really get going through the ministry, but you're
Yeah,
supposed
they don't
to
explain
get,
it.
but it doesn't really work.
Well, wasn't there a time turner on your flu network or something like
Yeah,
that?
yes, there is, but it's just
Maybe.
there. It's not really
It's
interesting.
stress.
It's not really
Yeah.
extrapolated. Okay.
I think this is where you're supposed to suspend belief and say, well, I'm in this world, but I'm just going to go on this ride now.
Yeah, I paid a lot of money. I'm going to experience a good
Yeah.
ride.
Because and I think Rachel, you had talked about this, I don't know, months ago, that was the big critique about this whole plan, is that it's very strange that you're in 1920s France, but your big ride is going to be, early 2000s England.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't really fit, but it's a cool ride.
But it's an amazing ride. It's an amazing ride.
That's
Second
right.
best ride in the park.
Second best. Rachel says no to second best. She gave the thumbs down, but
I may have been trolling there with that statement.
hey, can I say something? Josh, you're unbiased, because you had no affiliation whatsoever towards monsters. You have no affiliation towards Harry Potter. You're just
Actually, I love Harry Potter, dude. I love Harry Potter.
okay. So this is really unbiased. Like you were designated to love Harry Potter, and you still came away loving
The
monsters
boss, yeah,
more.
like
I walked into this whole thing thinking like I love Nintendo, but I love Harry Potter, and I couldn't care less about monsters and that. And I walked away thinking kind of the opposite. So
That's what goes to show you. Is like you never know. You never know what's going to get you. All right, so let's hear about this ride.
The attraction. So we get onto the attraction. It reminds me a lot of Tower of Terror in terms of the ride vehicle. So you get in, the seating is very similar to Tower of Terror, like almost identical, really. And so you're in an elevator.
I think it's a little. I think the
facing out.
car itself is a little bit smaller than Tower. I think it was.
That's
Feels a little
worse.
smaller.
I was going to ask.
I think it was
Oh,
2
no.
rows versus 3 rows, where the Tower of Terror has 3 rows. I think this was a 2-row vehicle.
What is the harness device? Like, do they have any kind of
This is a
safety?
seatbelt.
It's just a seatbelt.
Wait, don't I have the thing that go over your shoulders?
Not over your shoulders.
No, just a seatbelt.
All right.
And then you ride through as if this elevator car is completely unconnected to anything. It just sort of moves freely through space and apparently time. And you're seeing all these images and the storyline of going to the trial and then her breaking out of captivity and then capturing her and then getting back to the trial and then her being sent to Azkaban at the end. But then there's magical, the whole thing is Fantastic Beasts. So now there's magical creatures that broke out and they're involved.
Okay.
And
Oh, dang.
there's a lot going on, but it's a great mix of animatronics and physical sets and screens and special effects. And they really went all out. I mean, I thought it was on the level of Rise the Resistance, if not a level above.
Slow down now. Slow down now. Back up a second. Now, that's
I actually think it's a notch above Rise of the Resistance.
like, you
That
slow
is
down.
high
Wow.
praise.
Yes,
That is
say.
really high praise.
Slow down.
Well, the difference is Rise of the Resistance has the live actor element and the live walkthrough element, which this doesn't have. But I think the combination of the screen usage, the motion ride vehicle, and just the most incredible animatronics I've ever seen, it takes it to that next level. There are points at which you're watching animatronics and you're wondering if those are live actors.
Whoa.
Okay.
I mean, they're that good. They are
Damn.
that
That's
good.
all.
That's like, so you said that's like the Navi River Journey level of animatronic? Because like,
I
that's
think
pretty deep.
it's even more incredible because I mean that's a Navi, and so it's not a real person. These are animatronics of people that you take a minute and you're like, wait, shit, are those real people or are those
Okay.
animatronics?
Those videos are animatronic.
Yeah, it's
That says a lot.
it's incredible.
But yeah, it was a really immersive ride, and the motion of the car was really cool. It kind of bounced, but like lightly. You know, it wasn't like pulling you up and down and making you sick. But it had sort of a natural bounce or buoyancy, I guess, to it.
You
Oh,
said
that's okay.
what? It wasn't a Kuka robotic arm. Is that what you're saying?
It might have been. Honestly, Kevin, I don't understand how that thing was attached. You can't tell.
Because I remember when we covered it, it was like an elevator thing on a separate car on a track. It wasn't
Yeah.
a Kuka arm. It was something different.
But it doesn't feel like it's on a track because you're going like every which way.
No, and
You know what I
like,
mean? And like,
for me too, like there are rides where there's motion for the sake of motion. And I'm going to throw back to Harry Potter Forbidden Journey, where I feel like their goal was motion and to just make you feel movement and I mean, for me, make you feel ill. It wasn't motion for the sake of motion. Everything fit. And so the movements were subtle where they needed to be subtle, and they were intense where they needed to be intense. It was really, really well programmed.
That's what I'm gonna say. When we go now, I want to compare this ride to Monsters Unchained.
Spoiler alert, Eli Monsters is better.
Ain't no spoiler to me. I just want to taste.
Wife is unhappy.
I want to. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh no!
Like,
nah, it's good.
Question. Okay, so what animatronic stood out most on this ride?
I think it was the Erumpent, which is this like rhinoceros looking thing that's from the Fantastic Beasts movies. That was really cool.
All right.
For me, there was a scene where, there was a Death Eater battling. I can't
Hermione.
remember.
I think it was
who. Was it
Hermione.
Hermione?
I think
There were
so.
2 animatronics. One was a Death
Yeah.
Eater. One was not, and they were battling. And that was juxtaposed with a screen of Harry and probably either Ron or Hermione or someone in the background trying to capture Umbridge, and to me that was the animatronics that stood out the most.
Wow. So Harry, Ron, and Hermione are all in this attraction. That's
As
pretty cool.
animatronics?
Animatronics and on screen.
That's
Wow.
Oh, that's a first. Yeah, that's like Walt being animatronic. And so they got these three as animatronic. That's okay.
Well, maybe not Walt.
Well, yeah. But
I don't know if they're quite the stature of Walt, but
the level of shock to see them as animatronics.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so then we left that ride. We got another round at Bar Moonshine. I got the Loaf Blaster this time because it was so good when Josh had it. And he got the Sherbet Lemon, which was a vodka lemon drink. And that one was our least favorite. It was a little sweet. The others weren't as sweet, but
you're
it was still
mistaken.
good.
Rich, we walked away thinking that was number 2, and the first one you got was number 3.
I don't know. I think I liked the Fleur 75 better than the Sherbet Lemon.
That's not the conversation we had walking away.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I don't
That's what I'm
remember
talking
because I had 3 cocktails. So
We just gotta go back.
Don't
We
make
gotta
that
go
an
back and
excuse.
try it
Well,
again.
really, the moral of the story is we didn't get a bad drink from.
no, they were all good. They were all good.
Was the Circus Arcanus show going during this time?
It was going,
didn't watch
and
it.
I tried to get everybody in there, and all 3 of them were like, we'd rather get another drink. And I was like, okay.
No. I think I said
kids.
another drink, and the kids just
Fair.
didn't give a shit.
Kids
No,
like, I
fair.
need a taste.
Yeah.
No, I
No,
hear
no.
that. I hear that. That's fine.
Kids were like,
Yeah.
no show, mama, drink.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
So y'all didn't experience it. Okay.
We
We
did
did
get-
catch a little bit of the street performers. There was a trio of musicians, and they had, what was that fluffy little creature they had that was dancing on their music cart?
I think it was
like
the
a
Pygmy Puff.
or
Yeah.
something.
Pygmy Puff.
Anyway, we caught some of the street performers there, and they were really talented, and they were super engaging and pulling the crowd into it.
Yeah.
We saw that. We didn't see the circus, but
Was the Pygmy Puff the one playing in the cart with all the different rhythm stuff?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've
But
seen
like
videos of
that
yeah.
whole vibe to me was very much like Hollywood Studios, 6
Yeah,
or 7
it
years
was.
ago, where they had all the streetmosphere performers that were just, they were there and
Interacting.
you could enjoy it if you wanted to. If you didn't want to, you kept walking. But if you were there, they pulled you in. It was that vibe that I really appreciate, because I can have it if I want it. If I don't want it, I can just keep walking.
Oh, that's cool. I dig that.
We did get a butterbeer crepe here. It was good, not great. It was just fine.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
one
I
bite
think
and said
that's-
I'm all done.
I think that's skippable if people want to move on and not get it. It was
Oh.
fine.
Unless your preferred flavor profile is that really like caramelly sweet,
Super
desserty
sweet, yeah.
treat
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like it was
It was good
It's
for what
just,
it was.
again, for me, I mentioned this on a previous episode. I gravitate towards savory, not those desserty sweet things. So for me, I was the first one to try it. I think Rachel asked me how it was. I said, it's good, but I don't want any more.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what made that crepe butterbeer. And so it sounds like it's just a
it's
flavor.
got
of
a
it.
cream
It's the filling.
inside.
It's
Oh, the filling.
there's a-
Okay.
the filling is the same flavor that you're going to get from the
Ordering a
butterbeers that you-
butterbeer.
in the other
Oh,
part.
okay.
Was that one of the ones you were most looking forward to, Rachel?
It was, yeah. It was
Okay.
okay.
So,
So you
Okay,
can take
wow.
it or leave it, it sounds like.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it again. It was
Okay.
$20. It was expensive.
Oh, hell
$20
no.
$20
Yeah.
crepe.
I thought that was for use for parking.
It is 2 crepes.
It is
Still.
2 grapes. It is very big. Like you
Okay.
could share it, but it's still
Still.
like I don't need to spend $20 on that again.
4 of us shared it for it was a reasonable mid-afternoon snack that the 4 of us shared. But
Okay.
$20 I think was rich.
Oh, okay.
That's fair enough.
Like,
Okay, good to know.
I want
Noted.
that.
All right, so then we left and we went to the last land on that area, which is the Isle of Burke.
Yes.
There be dragons.
There are dragons. They have dragons there. The land is really breathtaking.
The most adorable dragons ever, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, really?
wow.
The
okay.
soundtrack is incredible. It's visually impressive. They've themed everything from the lampposts to the benches to the gift shops to like literally everything is themed. The bathrooms. They did such a great job, like with the detail in that land. I love the water in the middle of the land. I love the little houses on the hilltop that they built. The whole thing is just really beautiful.
There was
Tons of
music
walk
playing that
around
was really
characters.
fun.
Yeah, the soundtrack is incredible. Yeah.
This is the music. The ambient music was really just enjoyable and happy.
Nice.
Well, here's the thing with that land is like you watch the movies and the minute the movie opens, there's a lot of kinetic energy. So as opposed to Super Nintendo Land, which has a lot of kinetic energy, when you walk through this portal, did you feel that when it revealed itself and where there's like dragons, just like whatever, there's like all this energy? What did you?
Yeah, there was a lot of energy. I also thought though, like it seemed peaceful. Josh, did you feel that way with the water and like it was definitely alive, but it seemed like serene a little bit. Josh?
I also felt Lobe Blaster when we walked through.
That's fair. That's fair.
Your lobes are blasting.
But no,
Okay.
it was really just kind of a calm experience walking through. And one of the first things I remember seeing, and we didn't do it because the wait was 60 minutes, which was too much for us because we don't care. But one of the first things you see is the meet and greet with Hiccup and Toothless. And the Toothless animatronic, we saw it from a distance. It's incredible. It's interactive. It's adorable. It's the cutest damn thing you're going to see in that whole park. It's just, it was really cool. But no, I remember it just being a very calm walk through and getting into that land. There was no tumult. There was no trauma. It was just, there are dragons and we're happy and it's peaceful and there's fun music playing.
So I'm curious to know what you guys did in this land because there's a coaster there that I am psyched to do, but
I want to know if they did the fire drill.
We did not fire drill.
No fire drill.
Oh,
So you gotta get wet.
That
No
looks
way.
like a lot of fun.
That looks like
it
a lot of
does.
wetness.
It
No, and this is a me thing. We go to Animal Kingdom. I will not do Cali River Rapids.
Oh,
Okay, that's fair.
I don't want to walk around a park wet. We went to Isle of Burke. First of all, our family wasn't even interested in doing it, but there was no way I was getting on that because I do not want to walk around wet. I hate walking around wet, humid Florida in wet clothes.
But I heard they had
No,
like
thank
awesome
you.
dryers like Jurassic
They do have
Park,
awesome
right?
dryers.
You get to shed your
they
skin.
They do.
Could have been Pancho Villa.
Pacha Villa.
This is my cranky old man moment, but no.
There's a lot of animatronics of the dragons that aren't just toothless. They have like the other dragons that you can just walk by and see the animatronics and they're
atmospheric?
moving and they're
Frost
alive.
dragon.
Yeah, just atmospheric.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really cool. We did ride Hiccup Swing Gliders.
Okay.
That was a great coaster.
All right.
I would
fun.
put it somewhere in between Slinky Dog and Hagrid's.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Mellow, cool.
it's not as intense as Hagrid's, but it is a little more adventurous
more
than Slinky
intense.
Dog.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that.
It was a lot of fun. We waited.
It was longer
well,
than Slinky too.
I guess we waited the first time 20 minutes, then it broke and we got out of line. And then we got back in line and waited maybe 30 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah.
For it. And it was a fun roller coaster. The only thing I have to say for you tall people, be careful about how you pull that restraint down.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Rachel and I are not tall people. We pulled the restraint down, but as we were going, I don't know if it was because our hands were on it or whatever, but it pushed down further. And by the time we got off, we were both like crying because our thighs were hurting from the pressure.
Oh.
So
is it a lap bar or is it a shoulder
it's a
strap?
lap bar.
It's a lap bar. Okay,
And
okay.
So for you tall people, be careful about the lap bar on that. But other than that, that is my only critique about that ride. It's a very fun family coaster. It's got some good accelerations. It's got some good drops, some good G-forces. Really fun family coaster. Better than Slinky Dog. Not as intense as a lot of other stuff. Just be careful about the restraint.
Don't pull down lap.
Good to know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No family
I
down
love
the
that it
family
goes
ride.
throughout the entire land.
Okay.
Yes, it does. And that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
and there was I didn't, it was I assumed it was a kiddie coaster, so I wasn't expecting this. It was this cool like G-force spiral that went through like under the water into a tunnel and back out, and it was really cool. It was a lot.
It
of fun.
sounds like the most desirable
fun
coaster to do. Yeah.
and
Yeah, it was
accessible.
really
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Transition to like Stardust Racers or something.
Yeah.
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 Nowhere
So
near Stardust Racers.
And more to come.
Told you.
Yeah.
Nice.
We saw the Untrainable Dragon. I don't have a lot to say about that show other than I think it makes a good afternoon break. It is a musical. They weren't ready. It was like 2 or 3 times in the middle of the show. They just stopped and had to reset. So I don't think I can give it a really fair review because it was too disjointed, but it is a musical and the parts of it that we did see were very good. The flying animatronic is incredible.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't really have a lot to say because I don't feel like we really got the full effect of the show.
My favorite part about it, and Kevin, you'll appreciate this part, is very much like when we had seen The Lion King, not just like a small version, like the actual Broadway Lion King. There were these on the sides of the stage
percussionists
with percussionists.
Oh,
And
nice.
there was the same here. There were 2 platforms with percussionists on the sides, and I found myself mesmerized by watching these drummers playing. And really the only thing that pulled my attention away from the drummers was when the big toothless animatronic was flying over our head. But I think that was part of the problem why it was breaking down, is I don't think that animatronic was functioning properly. But
good for them.
It's a fun show.
Yeah.
It was like 20 minutes, really good percussion, really good animatronics, good performances. We struggled. It took us, I think, 40 minutes because
the breakdowns and stuff.
2 or 3 points where, and if you've never seen one of these shows, when it isn't working, it's actually kind of incredible because all of a sudden the music stops. The performers all just drop whatever they're doing and walk off stage. It's kind of an incredible experience.
Weird. Yeah.
We saw it here. We had seen it on Disney Cruise Line a couple times as well, where literally everything shuts down and the performers just walk off stage and you're like, what the hell is going on? So that's kind of interesting to see once or twice. It was a little much here. And, this is not a show that you're going to see for plot development. The plot was very basic. It was a pedestrian show in terms of what they're actually trying to tell you. It's really there for the animatronics and the musicianship. And so if you're into those things, it's a great show to watch.
That's good insight. I like that. Yeah.
And then we got mac and cheese in a cone, and both were great. We got the standard goldfish mac and cheese, and then we got the PB&J, the pork, bacon, and jam, and both really good. I thought the pork was better because the goldfish one is just the mac and cheese you get with the pork with goldfish on top. So goldfish crackers,
bacon, and jam.
Yeah, pork, bacon, and jam. Creamy mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was like a barbecued pulled pork.
Yeah, with peanut, bacon, jam, and parsley served in a crunchy cone. It was great. The cones were great. They were flaky and garlicky and everything seasoned, and they were awesome.
Nice.
Our kids did not want to share them with us.
No, they did not want to share them with us.
And so Rachel,
they both loved them. Yeah,
we were hungry.
Yeah, hungry on 2 low blasters. Jeez.
It was a bad plan.
It was a bad plan.
Sound like a good plan to me.
That was our time in Berg, and it was great. We loved it. I would spend more time in here if we go back. I would definitely eat more in this land if we went back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all didn't make it to Mead Hall or nothing?
No, we didn't. No. We were getting low on time at this point, and we needed to go back and do Werewolf, and we needed to go back and do Bowser's Challenge. So we had a few more things.
And low blasters, so I'm not sure Mead Hall.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a great choice.
Low blaster seems like the challenge.
I have seen a few people posting images and reviews of the mead that they had, and it's very cold. It's served cold, and so that actually sounds great.
Yeah, right.
Because in Florida, when it's hot, a cold mead sounds good.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
absolutely.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but
all right.
We did go to, this is just worth mentioning and quickly, we did go to Pizza Moon and have a pizza and a beer, and both were really good. I thought Pizza Moon was some of the best theme park pizza I'd ever had. It's not the crap from Pizzafari or Rizzo Rats, pizza.
Not quite as good as Via Napoli.
Via Napoli?
Not quite as good as Via Napoli.
I would take Via Napoli over Pizza Moon, but this
is quick service, and it was close.
It looks good.
Close to Via Napoli. It's very.
If we take Via Napoli out of the theme park pizza equation, Pizza Moon is the winner.
So easy second is what you're saying.
Yeah, easy second. Very good.
Second.
And we ordered kind of a weird pizza. It was like a white pizza with pineapple
and porchetta and citrus mostarda. It was very
my
good.
gosh.
It was really good.
Did y'all create that, or that was just on the menu?
Yeah, no, it was on the menu. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
The big criticism on any pizza place is what's the crust like, and this was a really good
crust.
Pizza dough, really good crust.
Oh.
It wasn't too thick. It wasn't it wasn't like the Greek style pizza crust. It wasn't Pizza Hut where it's fried on the bottom. It was doughy but crunchy and not too thick. It was very good pizza crust.
Okay.
My only criticism is I hate everything about the inside theming of that restaurant.
Oh, what?
Ooh, wait.
I don't
Pizza
argue
Moon?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The food
Yeah.
was amazing,
It's
and I don't go to the
fanciful.
restaurant for the theming. I go there for the food, and the food was great. It's just really like cheesy looking outer space.
Okay.
Theatrical.
Pizza Moon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like cardboard, like floating cardboard cutout images, and I don't know.
It's supposed to be like kitschy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the hosts make cheesy jokes about it and all that so it's
I
their
liked it.
shtick.
Like a lot of pizza puns.
But the food is why I went there, and the food was great, and so I would not hesitate to go back, despite the fact that I hate the theming of the place. It's not a
Okay.
place I go to for the theming.
Interesting.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so then we wanted to make time for the last thing, which was Stardust Racers. I wanted to ride it at night. So we wanted to make sure that we got on it at night in the dark. And that's what we did. One thing that people should know, most of the time I tell people like, oh, when you're at a theme park, they let you get in line for anything up until park closing. And then you can wait for it after the park is closed. They cut this line off about 10 minutes before park closing.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can't do it. I think I think it's variable when they cut it off. I think they wait until the queue gets full at a certain time and then they cut it off. And so they made an announcement while we were in line that they were no longer accepting any walk-up
And-
people. And it was about 10 minutes before the park closed.
I think they've already figured out that everyone wants to ride this ride at night because you can see from this ride, you can see every portal and every world within this universe
All lit up.
Plus, and we didn't get this experience, but plus the racing element, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Mhm.
With the two roller coaster cars lit up adds to it as well. And so I think they've realized that a lot of people want to wait and hold this for the last thing, and so they have to cut the line early. Otherwise, they're going to be there until midnight. trying to
Literally
clear that
is
line.
in the name of the title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, no doubt this is like their first dueling coaster since Dueling Dragons. And
It's
if
I
you're
mean
dealing-
it's really cool, and we only experienced half of it.
So y'all, you're what I'm hearing is they're saying that only one train was running. Is that what it is?
Yeah, all day. They
Yeah.
only had one side running
all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The day we were there, and actually for the first half of the day, the whole thing was down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so we and for me, this was like a must do. I need to get on this ride. Everyone in our family had what's our must do for this trip, and for me, it was this. But for the first half of the day, it was down completely. And then when they opened it up, they only opened up one half of it. So when we rode, we didn't get the racing experience because there's a point at which you can see the tracks sort of interweave and the cars are supposed to sort of corkscrew around each other. And we didn't get that experience because there was only one riding. But I mean, despite not having that, it was still a really incredible, really fun roller
it
coaster.
was a good coaster. Okay,
Absolutely.
means you have to go back and experience it with
That's
both
it.
coasters running.
Yeah. It was a great coaster. Really fun.
It's a great,
I would say
really, really fun roller coaster.
It's a little less intense than Velocicoaster, but
Yep.
more intense than anything else
Oh, okay.
that we rode. So it's like definitely a step down from Velocicoaster, but in my opinion, that makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Velocicoaster is like the peak of what I am like willing to experience. Like,
Oh, I can see that. Yeah,
that's
Velocicoaster's
about
intense,
that's
yeah.
pushing my intensity threshold quite a bit. And so like if Velocicoaster is sort of a reach for me in terms of intensity, this was like very fun, thrilling, reminded me of Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Another one it reminded me of, we rode Candemonium at Hershey Park. It reminds me of that. Like it's that sort of like just really enjoyable, big steel coaster.
You'll hear Sam talk a little bit about it, but like this was, and he's 8, and this was his first like
Big coaster.
big roller
Big adult coaster.
And,
Yeah, good for him.
You know, between the mag launch and the barrel rolls and the big drop, and for an 8-year-old who apparently loves thrills, it was a blast. He loved
Nice.
it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
We went through the launch, and it was a pretty high speed mag launch. I don't know how fast it goes. You go up a big hill and drop. you know, his reaction was, "Holy crap, people like this. What's going on?" But that immediately became, "Woohoo, this is awesome." So like, it's just this really smooth, safe feeling, really
That's
fun,
funny.
intense roller coaster.
So it sounds like you did Pizza Moon, you did Stardust Racers. Was there anything else in Celestial Park that you did?
Yeah, did you eat at Atlantic or Blue Dragon, anything like that?
No, we didn't have time for that.
We wanted
did
to
so
get
many
drinks
rides.
we tried to get drinks at, what was it, the Plastered Owl or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
They were closed when we were walking through.
Oh,
we didn't
Oh.
So-
and this is at
Yeah.
what time now?
We're after 9:00 now.
Oh, wow.
We were hoping they would stay open, but the gift shops all stay open. But
Of course.
Of course. Why not?
Yeah.
yeah. We did go to the Stars Sweet Bao and we got the two things they have there, the vegetarian bao buns. And then we also got the tteokbokki skewer, which was a wild combination of flavors. It was like a hot dog, like cut up hot dog
Mhm.
on a skewer. Well, and rice cakes. So it's a hot dog and rice cakes on a skewer.
Mhm.
It's wrapped in a cheese crust with yuzu, aioli, a Japanese barbecue sauce, and scallions.
Okay.
What?
And no,
Yeah.
she's not reading this directly off a screen. She just pulled that from her memory.
No,
Oh my
I read it
God.
obviously, but yeah, it was wild. It was a really
Yeah, that
weird
sounds
flavor
wild.
combo. It was really good though.
It was good. The flavors were great. The way that they presented to eat it is a total misfire. Like,
On the skewer, it was tough. On
they
the
put it
skewer.
on a skewer, and as soon as you pick up the skewer, the whole thing falls off. And so it's really like, if you're going to get this, get it, because I thought it was delicious. I enjoyed it, but get it and get a fork and knife and just accept it as a fork and knife treat.
Oh, good to know. Yeah.
Don't try to eat it off the skewer because it's just going to fall apart. The griddled cheese that they wrapped around the hot dogs was delicious. I
Yeah,
mean, it was great. It was good. It was very good. It's just, it doesn't work in the way that it's intended to be presented. And the bao buns I thought were delicious. It was a vegetarian bao, wasn't it, Rich?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
glad they were open when you guys went. I was curious about that little place.
So, what was y'all overall impression of Celestial Park?
I really liked it. I wish we had spent more time in there. It was sort of the place that we continued to kind of cross through and we would like grab something and then we would go somewhere else. And when we go back, I think that will be a place that I make a priority to spend more time in.
So it's more like a central hub of.
Yes,
It is definitely a central hub. And I wish we had more time to eat. You know, there was a restaurant there, and Rach, the name is escaping.
The Oak and Star Tavern.
Oaken.
Okay.
And we
I hear
really
about
wanted to eat
that.
there.
Yeah.
And we spent more time just making sure we saw every park
Yes.
or every portal versus
Yes.
sitting down and spending, 90 to 2 hours eating. So there's a restaurant there I would love to eat. I kind of wish we had tried to get on the carousel. It looked cool.
Oh,
It did look
wow.
cool.
Forgot about the
It
character.
looked really cool. It wasn't a thing on our must-do list. And so I don't think it entered any of our minds to go.
Yeah.
Was it
So-
running while you were there? It was.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
Okay.
And as we were walking out, I looked at it and I thought, I wish we had done that.
Yeah.
Just because it looks like a very
It's
cool
unique.
kind of character.
Yeah.
Was the fountain show going on at any point in time?
We never caught it.
We didn't
But-
catch it, but we saw people queued up to watch it as we were walking from Harry Potter to the Isle of Berk. And I remember seeing a bunch of people sort of queued up they had like stadium seating by the fountain where people were sitting and they were ready for that.
Oh,
Wow.
So it was going, we just didn't see it.
wow.
Okay.
Good Lord. So it sounds like this is more than a one-day park.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more than one show. It's more than
well,
a one day. Yeah.
Especially when they open it up to full capacity. There's no way
have to
you're
wait
going to get
longer,
through
yeah.
everything. And that's my concern for this, right? Like, we were there during technical rehearsals and they were clearly not ready for full capacity. Everything was, there were malfunctions, there were breaking, and we knew that and we accepted that and it was fine. They've got a very limited amount of time to fix that stuff, and hopefully they do. But even once they do, I worry about what that park is going to look like at full capacity, because there are not a lot of attractions to diffuse the crowd. There's a lot to look at, but I don't know if that's going to go far enough to really diffuse the crowd to make it an enjoyable day in the beginning when everyone wants to be there.
You know what makes me feel good about this whole thing is the fact that the most animatronic dependent ride, which it sounds like Monsters Unchained, worked without any flaws, without any problems, without any technical difficulties whatsoever.
Yeah, that's probably true. I would say there's probably the most animatronics on that ride.
It's either that or Ministry had a lot of animatronics too.
Okay.
And when we were on it, it worked great.
Yeah.
But the next day, we were watching the wait times and it was down most of the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, look, that's why we got these express passes, right?
Yes.
So hopefully we're zooming through a lot of these.
Hopefully, if they break, we get these gold or red passes. We can visit these
rubies and
again,
gold,
right?
yes.
So is there anything else that we hadn't discussed yet about your experience at Universal Epic Universe? Or is that
I
it
think
for
that
now?
covers it.
Well, I think there's a couple of other people need to hear from.
Yes. All right. So you heard a little bit about what we thought of our trip and our kind of more formal trip report, I guess. But now I was kind of hoping we'd have on some special guests. I'm going to introduce my kids. This is Sam, and Sam is 8. Sam, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
And then Heidi is also here, and Heidi is 13.
Hey, Slugger.
Buddy.
Slugger.
And so I thought it might be fun to get a kid perspective on the new park, Epic Universe, and kind of hear from them. And so I'm going to kind of start with Sam. So Sam, can you tell me what was your favorite land in Epic Universe?
Either Dark Universe or Super Nintendo World.
Oh, I love that boy.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Wait a minute. Sam, your mom was a little bit worried. She was saying that y'all might not even go to Dark Universe because she was worried about how you would handle it. And what do you think? Was it appropriate for an 8-year-old?
Yeah. I mean, the monsters were ugly, not creepy, ugly.
Okay. That makes a difference. Yeah.
Were they friendly ugly?
I don't know.
Well, as long as they didn't try to eat them.
Yeah.
Were they scary ugly?
No.
Just ugly. Oh.
Well, just
Just ugly.
Well, I'm gonna take that to the park. It's like I ain't scared of you because you're just ugly.
Just ugly, you know.
I like it.
You're just ugly.
You're just the eye of the beholder.
What's scarier, the monsters or your parents when you make a bad grade or you screw up in some way?
My parents.
Smart answer, kid. Your dad was looking right at you.
All right. So you like Super Nintendo or Dark Universe the best?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, what was your favorite ride?
I don't know. I think I have to go with Stardust Racers.
Stardust Racers was your favorite ride.
Oh, nice.
It would have been better if it had both lanes working.
Yeah, it was just Stardust. No racers.
No racing, yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, that's cool. And I want to know, what was your favorite thing that you ate or drank while we were there?
This is only Epic Universe that we're talking about, so forget the other parts.
It's either the pretzel that we had at Dark Universe or whatever it is, or the drink that we had at Dark Universe.
Okay.
I also like the mac and cheese cone, though.
That was good too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was at the Isle of Berk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragon.
Burke, yeah.
Nice.
And what was your least favorite land that you visited?
Oh, I think it might have been Harry Potter, because that was still pretty impressive, but I liked all of the worlds,
Mm-hmm.
but
Hard to
Harry
pick a
Potter
least
might have been the least impressive to me.
Okay.
To you.
Okay.
And then my last question, Sam, is there anything you would have changed about Epic Universe? Like if you had to give any suggestions to the people who made it, what would you say?
I would say they need more time to have the rides test, because it kept breaking down on us.
Yeah.
I think they should have more time before they actually let people in.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
And then my last thought is, do you have any advice for kids who are going to Epic Universe? Is there anything you would tell your friends if they were like, Sam, I'm going next week? What would you say?
I would say don't expect to get on all the rides.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice.
That's fair.
That's good advice.
Good advice. Yeah. Manage your expectations. Yeah.
Unless you're going 2 days, then don't expect to get all the rides.
Makes sense.
We missed 3, 2.
Okay.
There's at least 2. Might have been 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we missed the spinny ride, whatever that's called, and we also missed the carousel.
Yeah.
So both spinny rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more question for you, Sam. So was the Super Mario Power Band thing, was that worth it?
Good
Yes, like because you I mean, it's got like 2 quests, and also if you ride the Mario Kart, you have like glasses that like actually feels like a race, so you can like collect coins and like tap your band on the steering wheel to get like, because like there's like quests and you get like coins on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like tap your band on the like steering wheel or whatever, you just you can get like coins from there. I got like 400 coins or whatever.
Oh, nice. So like you're riding, you can tap the wheel and collect those coins that you see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it.
Okay.
He thinks it was worth mom and dad's money.
Yeah.
Of course.
I do think that.
We didn't get on Yoshi, but that one is supposed to have some interactivity too. But we didn't get on that.
Oh,
But y'all went around the land punching things and doing things?
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we punched the blocks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ding.
That's what I was
I like
curious
it.
about. Yeah.
Right.
They were too tall. My sister had to pick me up and.
I saw that picture. Yeah. She could get a little sibling assistance.
That was cool.
Well, once you hit the block, doesn't the mushroom come up and you grow? And then you can really hit those high up?
Yeah. Did you run into the mushrooms?
Coins come out of it.
Oh, well,
okay.
good. Those
You
are
also
that's
get
good.
coins from that.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, let's hear from Heidi. So, Heidi, what was your favorite land in the whole park?
I like the Isle of Berk.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wow.
like Isle of
Nice.
Berk the best.
What was it about the Isle of Berk?
It was going to be Harry Potter, but then there wasn't much to do in Harry Potter. And I liked the snacks in the Isle of Berk, and I thought it was really fun.
Oh, nice.
Were you a fan of the movies before you'd gone, or?
Yeah, I used to watch the movies all the time when I was like Sam's age.
And what did you think when you saw it? Upon walking through the portal and you saw, like the island and the mountain and the 2 statues in the water.
Yeah, were they breathing? They had the fire in the mouth yet? Or because that
I
came?
don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it looked a lot like the movie.
Cool.
Very
All
cool.
right.
Very cool.
Yeah, and the kids have been watching the movies nonstop since we came back. So Universal,
They're actually headed upstairs to watch the third one, I think. When
Universal
they're done
has found some synergy there, I think.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Wow.
smart.
And then they got the live action one coming out soon, too.
Yep.
I know.
And they got the
Yeah.
whole TV series, which I've been wanting to check out.
Yeah.
Just to see how it is. Yeah.
Heidi's watched that. She's watched the TV series.
So Heidi, did you get a wand over at Harry Potter?
Yeah, we got one wand for the family to share.
Oh, the whole family got one wand.
One
Okay.
wand.
Yeah.
One wand,
Just
one
one
power
wand.
band.
Oh, 4 to a wand is bad luck.
Oh, yeah.
So how was that? Was it interactive? Did you prefer the
Yeah,
experience?
it was really cool. Like in the other, like on the quests, I didn't see it much in Paris, so I don't think we did a quest in Paris. But there was like these books and they would tell you like a different spell if you had like the new wand. So it was just like a next level after what like you do with the normal wand. It was
Okay.
like, here's something extra because you spent more money.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Would you say that it was worth it?
Yeah.
Also worth mom and dad's money.
Also worth it.
Well, if mom and dad rent out said wand to various
Yeah,
weekends
right.
that may don't want to buy it, but
Might double back.
Real wand.
you
Yeah.
might
Get
get
our
your
money
money
back.
and
A
triple
wand.
it. Yes.
All right. What was your favorite ride, kiddo?
The Ministry of Magic ride.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So the Flu Network, how did that come across? Is that fun? Were you convinced that you'd walked into another realm?
I mean, it looked like a different realm. I knew it wasn't, but I don't know.
It did look good.
Okay, what was the least favorite?
I didn't like the Monsters Unchained ride. That
Yeah.
was enough.
No, too scary or not? Just not interesting.
It was like these weird monsters all up in my face, and no.
Not with it. All right.
They were invading your personal space.
Yeah, not
Yes.
not her vibe.
Oh, wow.
Like not my vibe.
They like flip flopped on what they liked and
Yeah.
didn't like. That's interesting.
What was your favorite thing you ate, Heidi?
The mac and cheese cone.
Oh, same.
They both agree on
They
that.
both agree on that. Yeah. I'm curious
The
about
mac
it.
and cheese cone. Yeah.
I saw the video and Rachel was like, as soon as they walked into Isle of Berk, Rachel's like, we're getting that mac and cheese cone.
Yes.
Yes, I was hungry. What was I going to say? Oh, what would be your advice for the makers of Epic Universe? Like, what would you change about the park?
Figure out how the ride works and make sure it doesn't break.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
Same.
good advice.
Advice for teenagers. So this park is really, I think, geared toward teenagers in particular, or like older kids. And so what would you say, like, if they're going to have the best day at Epic Universe, what do they need to know? What do they need to do? What should they see first? What do you think?
I would probably do maybe like Super Nintendo first, because that's like where all the crowds are going to go. And then maybe do Harry Potter. Like, I don't know. Like, follow where the crowds go, but like get ahead of it.
Yeah. I have one more question for you. Did you wish we stayed at Helios?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's very pretty. It's very pretty.
It looks pretty.
It looks amazing. Yeah.
Last thing, because you love food the most. What was your favorite, like, snack or drink, like, quick thing that we ate?
Either like the hot dog on the stick thing,
Yeah,
or the bao bun.
Or the bao bun. Oh, yeah, you like those
Oh,
too.
the bao bun.
Did you like the drink that we had at Burning Blade Tavern, the monocane, better than butterbeer? Or do you like butterbeer better? I didn't hear what she said. What did she say?
She said butterbeer.
Oh, she likes the butterbeer better. Okay.
And yeah, the monocane, if you're wondering, is it was pineapple syrup, blue raspberry syrup, passion fruit syrup, emerald luster dust, and Sprite. So the main body of it is Sprite, and they put a bunch of syrups in it, and then the dust was, it was kind of like a glitter.
Okay.
Like a glitter that they put in it.
Yeah.
To make it sparkly.
All right.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah,
I was worried.
that sounds sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
Did y'all get to do any interactions with any characters that were roaming around the parks? Wait, I can't hear.
Yeah, she broke up. Heidi, get a little.
She was saying there was a monster, the monster hunter, when we were leaving the Burning Blade.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to tell him about the monster hunter?
Stopped by. He asked us if we saw any monsters. We said no. And he told us about these like little chicken scorpions.
Yeah, the Chorfian. It's a chicken with a scorpion tail.
Oh, wow.
He told us to look out.
Watch out.
Scorpions. Chicken scorpions.
Chicken scorpion. That ain't nothing but a 4-piece.
I'm about to say, we probably cook it down here.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Like, get some biscuits with that, some sauce. That ain't nothing.
Dry rub.
I ain't worried about
Cajun
that.
rub. And
That's like a surf and turf.
I wonder how that tastes.
Spicy, I hope.
Ooh, I have one more question. If you could pick between any theme park in Orlando, so that is the 4 Disney theme parks and the 3 Universal parks. If you could only pick one to go to, which one would you pick?
Epic Universe.
Sam says Epic Universe.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Man, that's high praise.
I mean, I also do like Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure because I tried all the new roller coasters this trip there.
Yeah.
Like Hagrid's and Velocicoaster. So like now you can have like family roller coasters. So I do like those parks too. But I think it was
But you would pick Epic Universe. I think that makes sense because they have a lot of roller coasters in Epic Universe. So, all right, Heidi, do you have an answer yet? It does not have to be Epic Universe. I'm honestly whatever park you like.
I'm gonna say either Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure because I can just take the Hogwarts Express in between them, and technically that would count as one park.
So you would pick those one of those 2 parks over Epic Universe or anything at Disney.
It's got more rides and more food, and it was technically counted as one because there's a ride that connects them.
Clarifying question. Is there a food festival going on at Epcot?
Ooh, yeah, that's fair. Is Flower and Garden happening?
Does Flower and Garden put it over for you? Yeah.
Oh.
She likes the frushi at Flower and Garden. We were headed back to the airport and she was like, guys, I'm not going to get frushi this year. I'm really upset. I was like, chill out. You just saw a brand new theme park. Like, you're okay.
Oh, I wanted to ask the kids, do either of y'all like Animal Kingdom as much as your mom?
Oh.
No.
No.
I heard a no.
Y'all just go there to make her happy, right?
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, I don't even drag them there that much. Usually I go to Animal Kingdom when I'm there by myself or with Elizabeth, my friend who I travel with a lot.
Oh.
I'll stand in solidarity. I like it.
You do. And I really
I like
appreciate
it.
you putting up with me in my Animal Kingdom love. All right, cool. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on and giving us your impressions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate it. That was great. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed this series of Universal Epic Universe shows, especially from a first people perspective. And look, if you want to learn more about us, Magic Our Way, the podcast. Follow us on any social media platform. And if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or send us a text message at 1-815-WEEKEND. That's 1-815.
Kevin got vaccinated.
669-4226. Shingles.
Shingles. Oh, jeez. You got your own commercial.
I do. Yeah. Look. And if you want to support Eli and all his endeavors and all his comic stuff, you can do so through the following ways. What you got, sir?
How am I going to follow the shingles thing? That's
you
rough.
don't. You just accept it.
Yeah, or make a story about
when
it.
you get to that age.
Or you get vaccinated when you get.
That's right.
Yes.
Because you're not 50 yet.
Thank you. Yes, I am the baby of this group.
You are.
That's totally true.
I think Rachel and Josh are
of this trio here. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Guys.
In studio, you were the baby, but yes, Rachel, yes.
Of the wise men, I'm the youngest right here.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll take that. Yes, as always, visit ivorycomics.com. See everything I got. Project Geisha, Savages, Molly Be Damned. All work, fully colored. Get your money's for it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the only ad in the book is for the Magic Our Way podcast. When you visit the website, though, you will see blogs and interviews and everything that I have out there on the Ivory Comics website. And of course, including a link to the Magic Our Way podcast, because that's how Walt would want it. That's how Stan would want it.
Walt would want you to visit ivorycomics.com.
He sure did.
Yes.
Told me that. Stan told me that too. I think there's a picture
in a dream
of me and Stan Lee right there. He's like, tell him to visit ivorycomics.com, sir. I was like, that's what I'm going to do for you, Stan. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Excelsior.
And that's right. And when you go out there, you visit that website, you see how awesome all that creativity is, because that's what creative buffs do. They make creative stuff. And proof of that is a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. We never miss a beat. You never miss an episode. You never miss an epic travel episode. Also on Facebook, you can visit the Project Geisha fan page. You go to Facebook/Project Geisha. Boom, you're right there. You've been showing some love right there. Awesome. Also on Instagram, hearts and likes. That's what I got. Of course, outside of that, on X, you can find me at Hancock10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, they just bring me the glass. I'm really smiling right now because it's been a lot of madness for the past few weeks. And I'm just glad.
Yeah.
I've been smiling ear to ear. This is awesome. I am looking forward to attacking the things that we've heard about for these past few weeks.
It's coming soon, man. Look, and if you want to book a vacation in June, maybe it's at some point, I don't know, to join us to our Epic Universe first experience, you can do so with Rachel, even if it's a Disney park. I don't know. Look, when we were booking our Universal Epic Universe vacation, I mean, it was getting sold out pretty quick. And, we got our Saturday reservation or tickets, and we're hoping to do Friday, but it's okay because Muppets will close on that Saturday. But I don't know, Rachel, where is it now? Is June like sold out? I mean, what we got going on?
A lot of it is. So if you want just Epic Universe, like just a single day Epic Universe ticket, there's the 14th and the 15th available. And then after that, you have select days in the last week of June, so the 23rd to the 30th. It's not every day that's available, but some select days are. So most of June is sold out for single day tickets. If you're willing to get a 2-day ticket with the Epic Universe attached, then you have every day in June that you can choose from. But you have to be willing to get the multi-day ticket.
How bad do you want to meet us?
Yeah.
No doubt you can definitely help them book this. So how did they get in touch with you?
I can. And it's kind of complicated. Like we just said, like certain tickets are available on certain days. And then there's park to park tickets versus base tickets. There's 1 park tickets, 2 park tickets, 3 park tickets, plus Epic Universe. And all that to say that buying Universal tickets is not for the inexperienced. And so
the faint of heart.
I am so honored to help people do that. Even Josh will back me up on this. When I'm purchasing Epic Universe tickets or Universal tickets in general for clients, he can hear me reading it out loud on the couch to like make sure I have the right one. I'm like, yes, 1 park, 1 day base ticket. I repeat it to myself because there's so many nuances between the ticket names that they're very complicated. So again, I'm honored to help people. The best way to reach me is Rachel@magicourway.com. That's RACHEL at magicourway.com. But you can also find me on social media. I'm at Our Family Magic. That's the letter R in the words Family Magic smooshed together on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And then finally, you could just call me. I have a phone number. You can call me or text me, leave a voicemail. And that number is 978-432-WISH, WISH. I'm so happy and honored to help folks. I can help as much or as little as you like, and it costs you nothing extra at all. Whether you're doing 1 day or 14 days, I can help you with all of that. Disney, Universal, cruise lines, major hotel brands around the world. And the best part is that at no cost to you, some of your vacation comes back to support this podcast and this fan community. And we thank you so much.
Awesome. And look, we got to thank your one of your better half, Josh.
Yes.
Significant other.
Robert's significant other, your Robert's bowl battle companion.
Battle companion. I like that.
You know, Josh, man, long time a weekend, man. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, man. Glad to hear your thoughts and everything else.
Battle half.
Yeah, likewise. I don't know how to respond to any of that stuff. So always fun to be here.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, man. Oh, very awesome to have you.
And the future. We got to hear from the future as well.
Yeah.
The Roberge offspring.
That was awesome. Very awesome.
And look, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way. And another option that only costs a minute or so of your time is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaharini, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out and have an epic day.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And yar. Bye.